Hello everybody, welcome to Ascari at Home. We're so happy to present to you our Valentine's Day collaboration dinner with our good old friends from Morissette Winery. With us today, we have Svetlana Acheva, the only ambassador from Morissette Winery, the one and only. She's gonna talk to you today about the wines you have in front of you.
Hello everyone, and thanks again for joining. I'm very excited because what we've brought for this special collaboration, we can't seem to get enough of each other. Ascari and Morissette are two extremely, how would I put it, extremely wonderful wines that we will be releasing later in the year, but so far they're completely unavailable. It is a completely new cuvée of Cabernet Franc that nobody's tasted up until now, and a new vintage of a very old favorite, 2018 Irreverence. Now, it's exciting to be here even more so because this time around, we actually were inspired by John's menu to pair the wines. The first collaboration with it was the other way around. John was inspired by the wines to create the food, and now we're doing it the opposite way. The tables have turned.
Fantastic. And I'm gonna get into the kitchen to show you all how to prepare your meal. Svetlana's gonna go to the bar and open up the wines. We'll see everyone in a couple of minutes. Okay everybody, we're in the Ascari King Street kitchen and I'm gonna show you all the ingredients that you've received in your Valentine's Day dinner box. To start off, we have 2 portions of our beautiful crown-shaped pasta. This is called calzone in Italian. Basically, we've taken a really long tube of pasta that we've filled with beet and ricotta mixture. We've closed it up and we've rolled it into a crown for you. We're gonna be serving that with a poppy seed butter sauce here that we've got in the package. We've also got your 2 side dishes. One is a beautiful green salad with fresh cut herbs and a dill dressing. The other is a roasted mushrooms. We've got cremini mushrooms and honey mushrooms, and we're gonna dress those with a beautiful Italian sauce called San Mario. So San Mario sauce is herbs, shallot, garlic, chilies, olive oil, beautiful savory fresh green mix. We've also got, if you got the meat option tonight, a gorgeous chicken breast encrusted in brioche filled with truffle and mushroom farce. And that comes with a beautiful Madeira jus to finish. If you've gotten the vegetarian version, you've gotten basically the same thing, but it's a cauliflower steak encrusted in the brioche again with the same truffle and mushroom farce. And that comes, the sauce for that is a cauliflower puree. So that's everything we've got. We also have our dessert, which is our beautiful chocolate tart with smoked creme fraiche and Szechuan chili. We also received from some beautiful house-made Ascari bonbons to finish your night with. We're gonna get started cooking. So the first thing we wanna do is make sure your oven is on 375. Preheat that ahead of time, and then you have a pot of water simmering, slowly simmering on the stove, because these pouches are gonna get warmed up in the pot of water, the sauces rather, and you'll need the oven, of course, to heat your pasta, which is already cooked. We're just gonna get it hot and crispy, and the same with your cauliflower or your chicken. They're already cooked inside. We're just gonna get the pastry on the outside cooked. So first thing we're gonna do is put all of these things on a tray. So I've got a couple trays here. You can use a fry pan with some parchment paper on it if you want. It doesn't have to be a tray like this. Of course, we use these. So I'm gonna first get my pasta on a tray. So you just open up your packages. And look how beautiful these are. Our pasta makers here do some wonderful work. And we've already put some parchment paper down, so you don't really need to use your own. I'm just gonna very gently remove those from the package. And the same thing with the cauliflower and the chicken. Got 2 trays here. To remove all of our packaging. And I've got just a lifter or a fish spatula, or you could use like a regular pancake spatula is fine. I'm gonna lift that onto there. And onto there. And we're gonna put all of these into our 375-degree oven. So if you got the meat option, you'll have 2 pieces of chicken. If you got the vegetarian option, you'll have 2 pieces of cauliflower. All right, let's go. I'll put my pasta. My pasta I'll put in a little later because what we're doing is the chicken or cauliflower will take about 18 to 20 minutes. 18 to 20 minutes to get hot and to cook that pastry. This is really only 5 to 7 minutes. And we want everything to come out together because we're going to be serving this meal like a family style affair between hopefully just the 2 of you, not more than that. So we're going to put these to the side, and when that is at about 15 minutes, I'm going to put my pasta in, right? So we're going to time it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to roast our mushrooms, and then we're going to dress our salad. So for the mushrooms here, I have a fry pan, simple fry pan just like this, and I got some canola oil or some vegetable oil and salt and pepper. I'm just going to get that hot, and I'm going to roast off my mushrooms. Okay, so we've got our beautiful mushrooms. We've pre-roasted the creminis because they're pretty thick. So what we're going to do is we just want to get them golden brown. So you can see my pan is nice and sizzling hot. I love it. And again, these are already cooked, so it's not going to take very long. Just trying to get some color onto them. And then we're going to also roast our honey mushrooms as well. Great. So you can see they're going to sizzle a little bit. That's good. I got plenty of oil in there. I never really skimp on the oil when I'm roasting mushrooms because they really just soak up the fat so well. So you can see I'm already getting some nice color. I really just want to get them hot, get some golden brown color on them, and I'm going to remove them onto a paper towel lined plate or tray. Great. You see, I take the care to flip them one by one. Beautiful. I'm going to season them with a little bit of kosher salt and a little bit of black pepper. Awesome. Now that I know I've gotten them hot, golden brown, a little bit crispy, I'm going to remove these to my paper towel, and I'm going to get ready to put in my honey mushrooms. And you can just use the same oil. You don't need to add anything else to the pan. Nice and hot already. Don't forget to keep an eye on that chicken or cauliflower you put in the oven. 18 to 20 minutes should be plenty of time for you to get all the rest of these little things done in the meantime. So now we're going to add our honey mushrooms. We're going to get a good roast on these. These cook really quickly. Make sure you spread them around the pan. Now, whenever we roast mushrooms, we don't season them at the beginning, we season them at the end. So mushrooms release moisture when you add salt. And if you add at the beginning, you're just going to steam your mushrooms. You want to make sure you get a good golden brown color. And to do that, you need to roast them really hard, hot. You see how high my pan is? Really hot. Once you get them golden brown and cooked, then we're going to season them. Look at that, getting some nice golden brown color already. This shouldn't take more than 2 minutes. Great. Looking good. Again, I like to go really high heat with plenty of oil in the pan. You can see the oil shimmering on the bottom there. You want to make sure they're nice and golden brown before you remove them. Awesome. So I'm happy with this color. Everyone can see that. I love the look of that. Now that I like the color, I'm gonna season them. A little bit of kosher salt, a little bit of fresh black pepper, give them a quick toss, turn my heat off. We're gonna go right onto the paper towel. Now I'm just going to put these into my mixing bowl here, and we're gonna dress them with our Samarillo. Just gonna push them right into my mixing bowl. Done. It's really important to get them onto paper towel to absorb any of that extra frying grease. And now we're gonna dress with our Samarillo here. All of it, get it all out there. And I got my trusty spoon, and we're gonna give it a nice toss. Make sure you dress them while they're warm. It's gonna really, oh my God, it smells so great. It really, really blooms the flavor of the Samarillo. And now I'm just gonna keep these in a warm spot until we're ready to plate. Okay, we've roasted our mushrooms, we've dressed them, they're sitting warm off to the side. Time to dress our salad, so I'm just gonna toss the greens we provided in the bowl. I'm going to very simply add, I don't know, I'm gonna add about half the dressing we provided. You know, everyone's got their own dressing threshold with how much you like on your greens. I don't love too much, so I'm gonna give this a toss first and see if that's enough. These are pretty hearty greens, so if you dress them a little bit ahead of time, it's totally fine. Yeah, I like that amount of dressing there, so I'm gonna leave it there. You may wanna add all the dressing, it's really tasty. Once you've done that, we're gonna add the fresh herbs that we provided. A little bit of mint, a little bit of dill, a little bit of chive baton, and I'm gonna add a little bit of fleur de sel that we provided that as well. That's it might be a Malden salt actually, not a fleur de sel. Okay, now our salad's ready. Now our chicken or cauliflower has been in the oven about 10 to 12 minutes. I'm gonna add, maybe even closer to 15. I'm gonna add the pasta in the oven, and I'm gonna drop my sauces in the water to get hot. Okay, so you'll have 2 sauces. I have 3, of course, because I'm doing both the vegetarian and the meat course. But you've got your cauliflower puree if you have your vegetarian option. You have our Madeira sauce if you're the meat option, and our beurre fondue, our poppy seed butter sauce. I'm just gonna drop them in some very mildly simmering water, just for 3 to 4 minutes to get it hot. Once that's done, my chicken should be ready. My pasta should be hot through the middle, a little bit crispy. We're gonna be ready to bring everything to the plate. So we'll be back in 1 minute when we're ready to do that. We've got everything hot. I'm gonna pull it out of the oven. We're gonna start putting everything on the plate, all right? So we have our 2 beautiful portions of pasta. We have our cauliflower. And we've got our chicken. So the first thing I'm going to do is plate the pasta. I'm going to remove our sauces from our boiling water. Everything is hot and ready to go. So got my trusty spatula lifter. I'm going to very carefully place our pasta in the middle of our bowl. Be delicate with these, you don't want to break them. Okay, and I'm going to move, next we're going to sauce our pasta. So I'm going to take my poppy seed, I'm going to snip a little corner, and I'm going to pour, if you want to hold the bag, you can put it in another container. I pour right out of the bag, right over top. Look how beautiful. Each one gets some beautiful, beautiful sauce. Okay, that's ready to go. And then I'm going to move my cauliflower and chicken to a cutting board just to cut them in half very quickly. You can see how beautiful golden brown that brioche turned out. And I'm going to cut them in half lengthwise, right down the middle. Oh yeah, gorgeous. Chicken looks great, cauliflower looks great, and we're gonna put them on the plate and we're gonna separate them a little bit. So they're gonna come to the plate, I'm just gonna open it up. Look at that, you see the beautiful farce The brioche is cooked perfectly. Same with the cauliflower. And I'm going to open up my Madeira sauce for my chicken. And this one's a little looser, so I'm going to pour it into like a little saucer like a little sauce container first. Be easier for me to pour. And we're just going to pour it right down the middle of the plate. So this is enough sauce for two. And then we're going to do the same with the cauliflower. This one will be easier to pour right out of the bag. So nice silky cauliflower puree. Boom, look at that. Gorgeous. So all our purees are on the plate. Last thing to do is to plate the salad and the side dish. Again, the salad's nice and robust with winter greens, so dressing it a few minutes ahead is not a problem. It's not going to get too soggy. Okay, that looks great. And then after that, we've got our mushrooms keeping warm back here. And we're going to plate our mushrooms. Man, these look and smell fantastic. And you've got a gorgeous Valentine's dinner for two, paired with amazing Pearl Morissette wines, unreleased to the public yet. Got some special treats, sweet treats for you as well. Don't forget we have our chocolate torte and our bonbons. You're gonna see those on the table with Svetlana later. This is your spread. Get ready to enjoy. You're gonna share it with your loved one and have a night of luxury on us. Thank you so much. We'll see you at the bar with Svetlana. Okay, everybody, we're here at the bar. We have this beautiful spread of food in front of us. We're gonna dig in, and Svetlana's gonna talk about the wines. I mean, I couldn't help sneak a sip of the Provence before we started rolling. This is rich, rich wine.
It is something else. I gotta say that we've been sitting here for about like 5 minutes, and just smelling the food has required the best of my discipline.
Well, look at that. We're opening it up. You see the beautiful bean and ricotta filling inside.
That's amazing.
I'm excited. And I still have the flavor of the wine in my mouth. You were talking about how one wine is not particularly paired with one dish here.
So yeah, that was a fascinating exercise, because why they've been two options on the menu, and for you to choose from, or if you like take them both, is because we ourselves couldn't decide which one of these wines will go best with the dishes. It is absolutely wonderful to understand that either the white or the red will take you throughout the whole menu, and will do it with a spunk and with splendor. But it's now, I cannot wait to dig in and see what the outcome will be. But whether you've chosen the irreverence, which is what we're starting with here, what I call our postmodern orange wine. It's only the second vintage, and we're absolutely obsessed with that wine. It's rich, it's lean, it's extremely textural. Part of it was made in kvevri, which are ancient Georgian vessels, and fermented on skins. That gives it extra presence on the mouth, and will allow it to take a lot of the flavors of the food. And then
I'm gonna test your theory and have some of this pasta also with the red wine to make sure that you're not lying to us, because you know.
Man, the ricotta is amazing. So good.
Yeah, the ricotta is good. We make the ricotta in house. Then flavor it with the beets. You know what? This red wine has got just enough acidity and brightness. It's beautiful with the pasta.
It's a fascinating Cabernet Franc. So it's got quite a poetic name, Racine du Ciel. It's a first time cuvée for us, because the vines on our home farm vineyard are finally grown enough that they're showing the identity of the place, and roots of heaven is what Racine du Ciel means. And there's a long story behind why we did give it this name, but it's a Cabernet Franc with depth and deliciousness while being very, very, very smooth.
I mean, I'll tell you something. I'm gonna use a word you taught me many years ago when we talked about wine. This has lift. It's it really just like floats along on the palate. It's super, super fragrant, and I can't wait to try it with the chicken.
And it pairs so well with the poppy seed too.
Yeah, it does pair well with the poppy seed, 100%. Yeah. Okay, let's dig into the chicken here. Chew. The truffle. Fantastic. I love these pairings. I love your passion and inspiration you always bring to one of these collaborations. You never just do something half-assed. We always get the whole Svetlana when we do this. I love it. It's amazing. Our team has put so many hours into putting the meal together, and we know that you guys do the same with the wine. It's pretty spectacular. We're gonna now dig into the rest of this. We're gonna say thank you so much for joining us for Valentine's Day in your home. We're gonna let you get to it as well. Enjoy the sweets after as well. I think that this also white wine, this Reverence, is gonna go beautifully with that chocolate tart. It has a little bit of spice from Szechuan chili pepper, a little bit of smoky flavor from creme fraiche. You're gonna love that. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Have a cozy night at home. Stay safe. Thank you again to Pro Morissette for an amazing collaboration, and we look forward to many more. Guys, thank you for taking Ascari into your home tonight. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.